Hey there. So I am doing a refret on this made in USA Fender Strat, and I was recording it, or so I thought. Nope, I did not. I did not record any of it, but I got all the frets out. There they are. So I just oiled the crap out of that fretboard with some lemon oil. Took the soldering iron and just ran it across the fret and back, and then just use the old boop, 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 boop. So you put a back bow in it, you give it a little crank. I straightened it back up, but yeah, on to the next step of leveling the fretboard. Hey there. So I'm working on this refret, and I had a couple chip outs when I pulled the frets out, just a couple. Here I've already filled one here. I'll show you what I did. Got a fret dam. Can get this stuff from StewMac. And you just slide it right into the fret slots to avoid your CA glue going in there. So then we're going to take a piece of rosewood, little piece of rosewood I got laying around here, and I'm just gonna sand some of this off, get some dust in that hole. Get some dust in the hole, down in a hole, as Alice in Chains would say. So then we got our sawdust, and we are going to just, I can't even see that one. What the heck? Let's see, right here. Let's do this one. Just slide that little bad boy in there. I'm just gonna wanna get some dust in there. And just a couple drops. If you use a pipette, I just have this. It'll just barely get a little drop on there. See it coming in. Boop. Boop. Just a couple drops. There we go. I'll just let that sit. And I'm just going to let these dry. I got a couple more. Let's see. Maybe that was it. Yeah, I guess that was it. I don't see any others. So I'm going to let these dry. Then I'll level the fretboard. I'm going to take my handy dandy flat bar with some sandpaper on there, and then we'll get right into that. But for now, I'm just going to let that dry. I could get some activator, get that going quick, but I'm just going to let it dry. And we can just pull this right out. It'll yuck, come right out. That's the point of the fret dam. You got to get this stuff. Where's it at? Ooh. Oh, look at this stuff. It's pretty cool. Can't remember how much it costs on StewMac. I tried looking for it everywhere else on the planet, and of course, for some reason, you just can't find Teflon anywhere. Not at least like that. So this is still drying. Let's let this sit. Normally, you might want to put some wax here if this was still fretted, but I'm sanding this whole thing down, so it's not going to matter if I got a little glue somewhere else on the fretboard, because this is all getting sanded down. Pretty nifty neato stuff there. So we have sanded this down nice and flat using the flat bar, and then you saw I was using the radius sander with some sandpaper on there. I got it pretty good, nice and flat. Not flat, nice and smooth, even to its 12-inch radius. And now I need to clean out the fret slots with this. Go through and just go through that and get them nice and clean because I've already done the first couple. And then go through with my Japanese fret saw and clean these out, get them deep enough for get it all, make sure the new frets will fit in there. Excuse my squeaky chair. Could use some WD-40. So we're going to time lapse this. It doesn't take forever. So anyway, but the thing with these Japanese fret saws, they go one way. This will go that way. This will go that way. You can't sit there. Nope, you have to go one way. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, so we're going to time lapse it because it's going to take forever. And Alright, so I got all the fret slots cleaned out. I just gotta go through and we can check the I need to radius the fret wire, if you can see it over there. It came radius, but I don't think that's I checked it the other day, and I think it could use a little more radius. A little more radii. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. See ya. Hey there. So we're on to the fretting part. Did a couple, 4 to be exact. Got my frets all cut and ready to go. Goodness, stainless steel. I don't know if I brought this up in the other videos. I'm sure I did. 7 stainless steel frets. So we're going to pound it in. We're going to check to see if there's any lift on each side of the corners there. You can tell. There is a little bit on this sound right here. So we're gonna, you don't want to go towards the edge, just a little whoop right there, not at the edge. Wipe it off. Woo. Wipe it off. And then some accelerator. And then what the hell? Oh my God, what happened? There it is. Ooh, we're gonna hold this and in here to keep that end down because it was a little spongy. Pardon my squeaky chair. I have yet to take any there we go. Nice. It's a very nice. I have yet to take any WD-40 to this little bad boy. So on to the next one. I've got these resting on my shop bags. Nice and firm. Actually, okay, story time. So I got these off of, where did I find these? Somewhere on the internet. I was looking for shot bags for shot buckshot, lead shot bags. There's a place you can get them, and they don't have any, like a store. I can't remember the name of it. But I just looked it up and found an antique store that had these, and I got them. I can't remember how much I got them for, but these are like antiques. Aren't they cool looking? They're pretty neat, I think. Anyway, you're supposed to fill them with buckshot, which way expensive, way expensive. And so I just filled it with sand, and it works. Buckshot would probably be better. This one's a little fuller than this one, so I really need to figure that out. But anyway, works good. Works very nice, very nice. Oh, also too, while we're on the subject of jumping around from subject to subject, I mentioned earlier that there's a bunch of divots through here. From somebody playing too hard with fingernails or whatever. I don't even know how that happens. Man, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm a barely touching my fingers aren't touching the wood. Touching the wood. Ha ho! Oops, there goes that fret. But anyway, I was gonna leave it, but no, I didn't. I planed the board down, so there is no more divots in the fretboard. And I found out that my wife loves the smell of rosewood. It's like, oh, that's pretty. What is that? I'm like, oh, it's the smell of rosewood. It's probably toxic. It'll kill you later. Oh my God, Robert! Robert! Anyway. Easy and nice. I kind of went a little overboard on the frets sticking out a little bit. Cutting them. I got plenty of fret wire. Here, all right. Just a drop there, and a wee drop there. And we got to get the fucking... There we go. There we go. Using nice, very nice. So anyway, having steak for dinner. Really looking forward to that. All right, and that's it for now. We're going to let this sit overnight. Then we'll cut the nibs off, the little nibblies, and we'll go to the next step. We're going to have to get a razor blade on this fretboard, get some of those glue stains out, do a fret level, go from there. Up, leveled the frets, got that all beveled. I just need to I recrowned them. Just gonna need to get a razor blade in here, clean this up, then we can fret and polish. I have to do roll these ends over Get them nice and nice. Ha. Anyway, so it's coming along, coming along. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, buy some merch. Link down below. See ya.